welcome back to another edition of Junkyard Storytime. So this story starts with a Volvo 940 SE that I saw on Facebook Marketplace last summer. A couple months later, that car was parked at my local gym, being running and driven by whoever bought it. And then lo and behold, last week, I'm looking at the website for Chesterfield Auto Parts, and that car is here. The exact same car. I know because I took a bunch of photos of the car when I saw it at my local gym. I also had photos from the Facebook listing, and I was able to match those up with some of the photos that the junkyard had. Just wild how small this Volvo community is here in Richmond, Virginia. So it looks like the car met an early demise with a collision front and center. And it looks like I'm not the first one here. Looks like the airbox lid is off, maybe intercooler hose, a few other things. There may be some viable things in here for me. But I would also like to see what's in the interior. Decent door panel. Speaker covers look good. Door box lid is on the steering, or glove box lid, excuse me, it's on the steering wheel. Seats are real nice. Now, my 940 SE wagon has cloth interior, and I love the cloth seats in that car, so I'm really not interested in the leather. But this is a weird car because this is a 91 SE, and it's a sedan. So what it has is it has these uprated luxury style of all the chrome, right? You have chrome on everything, and then the bumpers are painted to match the car. So that section, it's hard to see, but the section below the black trim is painted to match. Front bumper is the same. This is based on the 760 platform, and the year after this will be converted to the 960. That's when it got the inline 6, and that is when it became the, of course, it was the highest trim level Volvo that they sold at that time. So the sedans are weird because they have the independent rear suspension that was available on the 760. The wagon at this time did not. So my 1991 940 SE is a weird one because it's that weird one-off year. This sedan has independent rear suspension, and my wagon does not have independent rear suspension. So one of the things I'm curious about is that allegedly this exact year in sedan form, as well as the 760s and the 960s that have independent rear, have the largest front sway bar that was offered from Volvo. It's rumored to be 24 millimeters. I've got a 23 millimeter bar sitting at home that I got from a junkyard Volvo. So I'm gonna measure that with my calipers and see what we see. Of course, mine's a wagon, so taillights aren't really of any interest to me. But I am in the market for some trim bits. So I want this right here, this trim piece right here. I want to take that. I'd kind of sort of want the whole panel, but I don't think I'm going to take it because I don't think I need it. I want this fuse box lid because mine's broken. And I'm just going to look through here and see if I see anything else that I like. It is muddy, unfortunately. It's been 2 days since rain, but this yard doesn't drain very well. And it's hot. And I forgot my dang hat. So I've got a little bit of sunblock on, but I really don't want to be dying out here. So this might be a relatively quick visit, might turn into a multi-day visit, but there you go. 940 SE, odd duck, weird one-off year. Let's see what we can find that will be useful to us. Today was a good day. I got the exhaust manifold off of this car successfully without too much wrangling. Let's take a look at what else we got. I am back at home, and here is the accumulation of parts that I have scored from this 940 SE sedan. So across the top is the chrome trim for the front bumper, which is in better shape than the one I have on my 940 SE, so I was happy to grab that. Then here we have the fuse panel lid. We've got a headlight switch. We've got the trim for the window switches on the driver door. Top center there we have an idle air control valve, which a friend of mine was actually able to pull for me on a day when I wasn't at the junkyard. Got two relays from under the hood, and then we have this bad boy, which is the plug that they put in the airbox for when they have a model of this car that does not have the hot air tube coming from the intake. So I was going to use this. I noticed it's damaged, I think because this car was in a front-end collision. But this has given me the inspiration to either use that or buy a brand new one and go ahead and use that on my 740 as I modify the airbox and plug up that tube. So we then have the oil drain line going from the turbo to the block. And then my favorite thing from this whole haul is the exhaust manifold. And the best part is, these things, if they crack, they normally crack right there at the middle of the octopus, and this one is not cracked, and I am so excited that I found it. This is probably going to be the one that I put on my 740. My hope is to take off the older style manifold that doesn't flow very well and put on this one, and then mate it up to a larger turbocharger. So that is the long plan. Again, I love Chesterfield Auto Parts in Richmond, Virginia. They are awesome. They're easy to work with, their prices are awesome, and unlike some other yards I've been to, all of their cars are already up in the air, which makes it so easy when you need to roll under the car and get stuff. So overall, I'm pretty happy about this haul. So thanks again for coming with us, and hopefully we will see you in the next video. Cheers!